Welcome to another episode of the Smart Business Show. I guess I should take off my sweater so it looks like I'm doing something different. It's a different day and I'm not just recording a bunch in a row. Hang on. Welcome to the Smart Business Show. It's a totally different day. It's not me. Oh, that black shirt video. I don't know about that with all the black behind me. Anyway, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you pick that up. If you're on a podcast, you can flip over to YouTube and see what I just did. One of the books that I'm working through right now is the Bullet Journal. The Bullet Journal Method actually is the actual name of it. I've got it, it's in a bag that's holding my tripod back, so I can't show it to you right now. Because I do use a notebook. My notebook's right here, below some other stuff, below my headphones that I just took off. And in that book, early on, it asked 3 really good questions that I want to share with you today. First one is, where are you now? Right? And these questions actually came because the Bullet Journal, before you even start doing your mind sweep, your mind dump, whatever it is, they want you to ask these 3 questions. So just know where you're at so you can filter them, so you can filter these questions. And you actually run all your mind sweep eventually through these questions. So there, where are you now? So what are you doing right now? What's your business? What's your job? What's life like for you? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let's see what that is. Do you want to be where you are is the next question. Do you want to be there? Do you actually like it, or have you just defaulted to this, right? I would say for a long time I had defaulted to doing web development because it was the thing, because it was, I don't know, I just had started there, and I don't love it as much as I did. There's aspects I do love about it. I do love a bunch of the nerd stuff, a bunch of like digging into server stuff like that, right? You can see my iPad over my shoulder. It's been super fun to get more Unix commands because I'm SSHing into another server, and it's been fun to do that, but I was kind of on default mode with doing it for a long time. And then if not, why do you want to move on? Now, those are really good. I like those questions a lot, but I feel that there's just some other key questions that we need to address if you really want to make your plan good, like really set it forward and move forward with what you're doing. So here they are. Atomic Habits. James Clear says, another book I'm reading right now, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So if you want to move on, what habits do you need? And what systems support those habits? So one of the habits that I need, or one of the systems that I need to continue to move on, is be doing more videos. So what are the systems that do that, right? So my kids are actually watching iPads up there, so I have a better sound space overall because they're not thumping on things. A little echoey in here still. We're going to solve that maybe next week, maybe the week after. But what systems do you need to make that happen, right? I come in and I have a system to like work through on Thursday morning. So I record everything on Thursdays, how it's going to work, how I'm going to get some silence upstairs, everything, just to make it all better. Right, how I set my blinds so that I have good lights. I don't actually have extra lights. I have no lights in this room except for the desk light right there. And there's one you can't see right there, but one's just over there. That's all I've got. I have no real good light in this room. So this is all sunlight I'm using. So how do I do that? I look ahead at the week and I even plan some of that. What systems do you need? Now, what systems and environment do you need as well? Because willpower isn't going to work, right? Willpower and just saying, I've come back to cookies all the time. I need to stop this. This is part of the bad behavior that I'm learning in Atomic Habits, is that I'm a cookie monster. I'm not a cookie monster. I make some bad choices around cookies. Really, I set up my environment to allow cookies, right? To allow candy. There's a chocolate right there. My wife's allergic to nuts, so all the nuts chocolate came down to my office. Which means I ate it all basically. I've got a whole bag of wrappers of candy that I shouldn't really have eaten, and I know this. Right? And so again, Monday, I've talked about this before, and you can go back and see the video on this of how I do my Monday, Friday checklists, how I do my Monday startup list, my Friday shutdown list, my daily shutdown list, my daily house shutdown list. You can see how I do all those. But those are the systems that I need to really feel like I'm controlling each day. So what are your systems for that? And then another good question to ask is, will making these changes, making this system change, be a 10x improvement or a 10% improvement? Now, one of the other things that Clear says is, it's so easy to overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements on a daily basis. Too often we convince ourselves that massive success takes massive action. So when I ask you if it's a 10% improvement or a 10x improvement, I'm not saying that you need to do 10x massive action to get it. But if you keep accumulating these little habits, these little systems, and putting them together all the time, is it going to be a 10x improvement? Is the result of these things going to be 10x, right? So is the result of these, I would love to be out backpacking with my kids more. So is the result of doing more content creation, stuff like what you're watching, what you're listening to, is that going to get me 10% or 10x? You know, as we continue to make this profitable, sponsors come on, other stuff like that, then it can be a 10x improvement because I can maintain the same income level, and I can do more content, more going out, as opposed to people paying for my time specifically, right? Even coaching, it's high value, it's really good, I enjoy doing it, but it has a capped limit. Whereas people consuming this content really isn't capped. A million people can see it, and it takes me no more effort than it took me the first time to put this out. So it's another thing to remember. Will these little 10% changes, these little 1% improvements every day, will that result in a 10x improvement in your life, in your business, in where you want to go? Those are a couple of the questions that I don't think the bullet journal asked as well as it could have. Not that they were terrible, but just not as well as it could have. So as you're doing your mind dump and as you're sorting through your tasks, you need to ask those things, right? What are the systems I need in place to be able to, hit this goal? Is it going to be a 10% or 10x improvement? And then continuing to work through all your tasks. And I know they have basically a yes/no system. Do I have to do this, right? So like, I got to take out the garbage. I got to do that task then. Or do I want to do it? And if it's no, then just garbage, trash, not important, right? And another good question they ask in the bullet journal method is, what's going to happen if I don't do it, right? So if I never did laundry, I don't really like laundry, but if I never did it, I'd have dirty clothes to wear. Or if I didn't make dinner, stuff like I'd have a problem, right? I had a client, I did prospect a while ago who just kept bugging me about stuff, and I finally just stopped replying, and the consequence was nothing, because nothing happened. I've continually found that a year ago, I talked about this, where I said that I had basically shut down email for 2 weeks so I could do a video project for Asian Efficiency. And the result of not doing email for 2 weeks was nothing. No, nobody, none of my clients mentioned a thing, nobody. And there's no consequence to it, so I just didn't do it, right? And I don't only check email on Fridays for 20 minutes, and I get to what I get to, and that's it. And I don't worry about it. And you know what the consequences of that are? Nothing. There's been no consequences to that for 2 years. So I'm just going to keep doing it. And until there's a consequence, I'm just going to keep basically ignoring email. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on YouTube, thumbs up, subscribe below. If you have any comments, drop in the comment fields below. If you're on a podcast, shoot me an email or jump to the blog post for this on my site at curtismchale.ca. Follow me. Let me know if you got any feedback. What type of questions do you ask yourself as you continue to filter your tasks and decide what's important?